2, 3.
We have of course spent just around 192 million to date in an effort to try and rebuild this street. A total of 82 million has been spent on work package 1, and work package 1 refers to where the explosion were, exactly where we are, and 110 million is secured for work package 2, which will be.
Let's carry on, South Africa. We should celebrate nonsense. We should celebrate an incomplete structure with poor workmanship. I mean, you can visibly see, I've never been in Joburg lately since that nonsense has been installed. A pavement inside the CBD, and people are cutting the cloth, yet they are saying, no, it's not going to be open now, it's not going to be operational now. And, you know, I don't know, where are we going as a country? Are we really that incompetent to the core? I mean, you can see that is poor work, number one. And secondly, comrades have actually benefited. It was a big chunk, a big tender that comrades have gotten rich out of that project. And it is so embarrassing. You know, ANC continues to embarrass itself. Why do you go and cut the cloth if the project is not complete? And it used to be 5 lanes, and now they say they had to cut this into 3 lanes to avoid traffic. Joburg is heavy with traffic. Anyone who has been in Joburg knows that Joburg is very heavy in traffic, and I don't understand, because all the taxis that are heading to Soweto, that's the same route they are using. So I don't understand why these people are not taking us seriously. Everything that they do poor work for us. I don't know. Maybe they are not taking us serious. Maybe they don't care anymore. Maybe they have given up on us, or they've given up on this country. But tell me, South Africans, should we celebrate this nonsense? I mean, this is just a complete, utter nonsense that is being dished to the citizens of this country. The pavement that is done by these ANC chaps, there's no guarantee, you know, it is going to, there's going to be chaos. These people, they fail to do a proper job in townships. What about the whole CBD? You are giving them a big project. All that they know is figures which are very high, but the job itself, very poor, very poor. It's worrisome.
To the public for refurbishments following a 2023 underground methane gas explosion that damaged the street. 450 meters off the road is now resurfaced using paving bricks instead of tar.
There is no compromise at all in terms of its strength and durability. In fact, if you look at the interlock block pavers, are much thicker compared to the asphalt. They are 80 millimeters in thickness. The asphalt is normally around 30-40 millimeters, the standard on average, the thickness. So it therefore shows that the interlock block pavers are much more durable and of higher strength, and also in terms of the flexibility of the road, are more flexible compared to asphalt.
The city of Johannesburg has completed the refurbishment of the underground tunnels as part of Phase 1. Phase 2, which involves paving the sidewalks, will be completed by next week Friday. The mayor insists that the project is on schedule despite having previously committed to an August deadline.
Small issues that the contractors are completing, the sidewalks and everything. The project is done. The road is ready. I mean, you saw the cars are ready to move up and down. It's just finalizing the sidewalks. Once you have done that, that's why I'm saying smaller issues by the 12th, it will be fully used by motorists and pedestrians alike. So it should be proper. So it's not a delay now. We wanted to launch it on the 1st to say we've completed the work.
Meanwhile, the Democratic Alliance has accused the mayor of misleading the public.
The Democratic Alliance in Johannesburg is outraged by the mayor willfully misleading residents of the city of Joburg with regards to spiraling costs and shifting deadlines of the Lillian Ngoyi road upgrade. The initial contract was worth 172 million, with 22 million rand spent for just 22% of the work. The new 192 million contract was then signed to complete the remaining 78%. This brings the total to 215 million rand across two contractors, already 40 million rand over budget.
The opposition party is calling for an investigation into the awarding of the contract.
Imagine waking up in the morning telling your family that today you are going to open a Lillian Ngoyi Street, referring to a pavement, a 3-lane pavement which is substandard, which you can visibly see that this is poor workmanship. I don't know what happened to the civil engineers, because during the apartheid we used to have Afrikaners who were civil engineers, who were technicians, who were fitters and turners, who were plumbers, who were doing quality job. What happened to the ANC? So you guys introduced tender system so that you can loot and loot. At least if you were looting and doing a quality job, maybe, just maybe we could understand. But looting and giving us this nonsense, I mean, the whole pavement in a CBD, it's worrisome, and they even reduced it. So South Africa, anyone who still continues to vote for this political party, I want to have a conversation with you. If you're not an ANC member, there's none of your family member who's benefiting from this rotten political party. I want to have a conversation with you, so you explain to me exactly what are you voting for. Is this what you are voting for? So it is worrisome to see criminals, thieves on a broad daylight going to celebrate nonsense that they are giving to their very own voters. A pavement in a CBD. Listen to this interview, and this gentleman is trying to justify this nonsense. Listen to this interview.
2023 gas explosion. The 1.8 kilometer stretch is now brick paved, and a move that critics and some political parties have questioned over cost and even durability, though the city says it improves pedestrian access. The road opens next Friday, with full repairs expected by 2026. Johannesburg Roads Agency CEO Lillian Ngoyi discusses this decision and addresses public concerns with us. Baba Ngoyi, thank you. Appreciate your time this morning. Let's start right there. What informed the decision to use paving bricks instead of the traditional tar asphalt for Lillian Ngoyi Street, considering the amount of traffic that is said to be on this road?
Good morning, and good morning to the viewers. One of the most important things, if you look at how cities are designed nowadays, they have less congestion. But the decision of us using paving is that it's in line with the city's master plan in terms of decongesting the city. You'll realize that the road was about 5 lanes. We reduced it to 3 to avoid heavy traffic and high-speeding motor vehicles. We want to promote on the side, pedestrian walking and cycling, because that's very, very important. But secondly, the bricks are reusable and it's less waste. If there is anything or brick cracks, we can remove it with ease and compact and put another one. Or if there is any services underneath that are compromised, we don't have to bring TLBs and cut. We can easily open the bricks, patch or fix whatever that needs to be done, be it electrical or anything, and then we reinstall the bricks. So they are very, very durable. It's not just common bricks. They are very, very strong, and they've been tested. So from where we're standing, it gives the city even those aesthetics of the design, because that's how we're planning to do the inner city. And it has been tested worldwide that sometimes bricks can be more durable and less waste than the normal tar, because we have to dig around in case there's potholes or resurfacing.
In short, he's talking nonsense. He's just trying to defend his comrades. He's just trying to make it look more like, we'll be fine. And he continues to say, if there's any problem, leakages, so he can remove the bricks. So these chaps, they know that they don't do quality jobs. They don't do anything They don't bring any quality. They just use cheap material, cheap labor, everything, and also make prices exorbitant so that they can have a bigger chunk when it's coming to brown envelopes. So he's trying to justify that. The very same Nigerians there, they are going to steal those bricks and build illegal structures there. So you can see a government that has run out of options. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to handle this, but they've got money. There's funds, there's enough money in South Africa, but we are led by crooks, by thieves, by comrades who are wolves in sheepskin. I mean, in less than 6 months, I'm giving it 6 months. In fact, next year, January, I will tell you, you will tell me also that pavement it's dilapidated. It's maybe there's also going to be grass that is growing there inside the CBD. This is what they give us. When you give them vote, they give you nonsense. You give them vote, they give you nonsense. And yet, there's still people who believe that, we must still continue to vote for them. They are self-correcting. We must give them a chance. Nonsense. This is nonsense. This is pure nonsense. It shows that these people don't respect us, even us who never voted for them. We demand the service because they are there. They are the leaders, and we are going to continue to hold them to account. And as long as they don't want to account, for as long as they bring this nonsense job, poor and substandard job to us and stealing money, because they even went beyond the budget. So I'm sitting here trying to figure out, why did this thing cost more than what was initially budgeted for? I mean, what is happening with these comrades? All that I know is that comrades have pocketed millions there. I'll see you next time, squatters. Thank you very much. Food for thought for you to digest. Those who have not subscribed, please subscribe. Let's continue to expose the rot in our country. See you next time. Sharp.